reflective log ni macam diary lah, like writing a diary. But when you are writing a diary, you put in your feelings, kan? I think that would be the similarity of writing a diary and also reflective log. Because in reflective log, you need to put in your feelings as well. But there are certain steps that you need to follow. Especially when you are doing your assignment. You have assignment for this okay, tak ada saya saja nak ajar. So you have assignment on this. So this assignment will be related to CSR video. Okay, now let's move on. We have know the meaning and the purpose of writing reflective log. Writing reflective log is important. Some people would say, alah, tulis diary je. What is the importance of that? There is importance in that, yeah, and therefore we want you to be holistic, holy kan macam like that, like holistic person. We want you to be a holistic person. Holistic person ni yang covered. Ini apa? Holistic is covering all aspect. Okay, because contoh, I'm just giving you example like doctors, okay. If you're not a holistic person, you're not being sensitive. Example, I would say that you would just take the history of a person, just doing your job, jotting down the history of a person, not being sensitive of their feelings, kan? Contoh, kan ada je doktor-doktor yang marah orang, or nurse-nurse yang marah orang, example. Kan, orang tu tengah sakit ni. And you say, jangan bising lah, jerit-jerit, you are disturbing other people. Can't you just keep quiet? You know, things like this. I know you're in pain, so just shut up. Example, I'm just giving you an example. So you're not being holistic. Okay, for example, let's say you ask the person to eat medicine and the person couldn't take that medicine. Kenapa tak makan ni? I told you to eat this. It's needed. Do you want to die soon? No, something like that. So you're not being a holistic person. You're not being sensitive towards the environment, towards the people, towards the everything. Okay, so yes, you're good in terms of the theories. You have the theories, you know how to practice it, but you're not being holistic. So usually reflective log catches that, yeah? It's one way of capturing the problem. Okay, so let's take a look at this reflective log. We have 5% of the reflective log. Now remember when I said that reflective log is related to CSR, kan? So CSR 5%, reflective 5%. So basically yang CSR project and reflective log ni dia gabung lah. So you have 10% there. Okay, nanti dalam sistem pun dia akan jadi 10%. So 10% for this reflective log and also CSR project. Okay, so since this is visual work, yeah, you can see that let's say in that CSR project you manage to get 5%. Okay, so reflective log ni you dapat 5%. So for you it's going to be different from the others. Okay, so it's possible also to get 5%. So basically boleh je nak dapat 10% in this project. Okay, so next one is sorry, actually I cut in some chilies just now, so pedas ni, and then I touch my face. Okay, so it's really hot. So we just add cool. Sebenarnya panas gila my face ni right now. Okay, so 200 to 250 words. Okay, 200 to 250 words. If you check your your code briefing, kan? If you check your code briefing, that code briefing, if I'm not mistaken, dia tulis 300 to 350 words. Wrong. Okay, we are following this one. Yang tu memang ada error tau. Okay, so 300 and 350 tu salah. Okay, so if you check the code briefing yang I give you in the first week tu, yang tu salah, this is the correct one. Okay, so you should not be writing more than 250 words. Okay, and the next one is it's going to be individual work. Alright, so that will be your assessment. Let's take a look at log. What is the meaning of log? Log is a record of writing to keep track of significant activities. You have log when you are doing your practical. Tak practical pun. Doctors, you always have a log. Log tu yang history, kan? Kita ambil history of the patient, itulah macam tu lah log. Okay, so it's like a chronological of things that happen or chronologically of what happened to the person. Okay, so dia makan apa, dah balik buat apa. So this is what we call the chronological part of that. So this is what we call log as well. Okay, itulah log. Kita buat history of what happened to the person. Okay, right. So that one is log. Log sahaja. What is reflective in this case? Reflective is a form of personal response to experience, situation, event or new information. When you are writing the history of the patient, you tak boleh letak, you cannot put your feelings there. I rasa patient ni menipu ni, muka pun dah tipu. You cannot put that reflection there, yeah? So when you are writing the history of the person, you are writing just putting the history of what happened with the person. That's all. Okay, so itu log. Reflective is when you respond, when you have the personal responses towards that. Okay, so a processing phase where thinking and learning take place. Nampak tak? Kita highlight kat sini thinking and learning. So when it comes to reflection, we are reflecting on the event that happened, reflecting on something that happened, anything, even new information, you can reflect on that. It's a process of you thinking about that new thing and also you learn something from that. Be it any experience, right? Let's say you have experienced something, be it positive or negative, you put a thoughts about it, think about it, and finally you learn something from there. Okay, so this is what we call reflection. So kalau macam, if I say that, what comes into your mind? Isn't it macam muhasabah diri? Kan? Kalau kita muhasabah diri, I think we do the same thing, right? Anything that happen, I say, ada orang, you saw a person sitting, kan usually kalau kat 7-Eleven tu ada people asking for money kan, dia beggars, ya. So kita masuk je beli barang keluar, that's it. Tak buat apa pun. And say, alah aku pun tak cukup duit, example. So when you go back home, you have that feeling, actually I do have money and I don't need this RM2. What's this RM2 to give to the person, example? And you kept on thinking about it and then you feel that, okay, if I think I have this allowance, example, my parents give me money, I work part-time and I have this money, why can't I give to them who needed more money, who needed the money more? And it's not much, RM2 je pun, RM1 je pun. So you kept thinking about it and you learn something. And finally you would say, okay lah, next time when I go to 7-Eleven and I met this person, I would definitely give them some money, example. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Itu lah kita panggil reflection. Okay, so you think about it, you analyse the situation. Tu analyse part lah tu. Macam kita, alah, ada je, aku ada je duit, kenapa tak bagi tadi lah. That is analysing. You know, and dia juga kesiannya, dia mesti tak makan, example. So this is part of analysing. So analysing, towards the end, you learn something. Learn something tu apa? Ada action. So in the future, what you're going to do. Okay, so basically reflective is that. Reflection is that. Am I still in Google Meet? Dekat sorang-sorang je? Am I still in?
Yes, madam.
Okay, pernah je cerita-cerita kan, tak orang dengar. Okay, so source, dengar oh thank you sayang. Thank you dear. Okay, right, so sources of reflection. So we have these sources of reflection, banyak ada, okay. So sources of reflection, it goes in We have important events, everyday events, positive or negative experience. Any experience, let's say you broke up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, can. It could be a positive experience to you because your boyfriend or girlfriend ni, you're in a toxic relationship. Example kan. The person is with you because ada je. No, toxic relationship tahu kan? Dia macam dia gunakan you lah. Okay. So, the person is just befriend with you sebab dia suruh buat dia punya kerja, assignment dia. Penat je. You buat assignment dia, lepas tu bila ajak dating tak keluar, then you are the one who, remembering the anniversary, you are the one who remembering his or her birthday, dia tak ingat pun, dia tak tahu pun, tak buat apa-apa, and he is just using you in a sense, so you are actually in a toxic relationship. Are you? If you are in a toxic relationship, sometimes kan, lah, Media cakap betul. I have to do all of his work or her work, and then when every time we go out, dia tak pernah pun nak belanja, it's me the only one, putting this much effort, calling him or her, texting him or her, and then dia balas pun satu-satu perkataan je. You're actually in a toxic relationship. People, get out of that relationship, okay? And you will be free. Okay, so just a little bit on that. Now, meaningful events. Any meaningful events to you? I asked my students previously, kan, about these meaningful events. I said I couldn't think of any. Anyone can give me examples? Lepas tu ada seorang ni cakap apa tau? Masa sunat, madam. Okay. I couldn't relate to that, but yeah, it is a meaningful event whereby you've been circumcised. Okay, yes, it could be a meaningful event to you and you reflected on that. After you've been circumcised, you feel like a man. Okay, example kan. So yeah, you can have that, yeah. So any meaningful event to you, anything at all, yeah. So if I ask this class, takut dah dengar. Just because before this, I asked a student and they said about, one student mentioned about circumcision kan, sunat. So what about you? Anything that you can think of, meaningful events in your life? Anyone? Yes.
When I got to meet my favorite author at a young age.
That is cool. Siapa?
Ada seorang ni dia tulis novel satu series ni. And I got to meet both of them.
Okay. And definitely it's your favorite author lah kan sebab dalam series. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yes, that's a meaningful event. So of course, when you go through that event, when you go through that experience meeting your favorite authors, you kept on thinking about it. Kan, you kept on thinking about it and then you analyze the situation. Towards the end, there mesti ada something yang you learn about this. I want to be like this author. I want to be as successful as this, or with as successful of the authors. There must be something that you learn. Well done. Boleh guna example ni kan. Example sunat boleh juga. Tapi yeah. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, and we have eventful incidents. Yeah, incidents and one incident, but a lot of things happen at one time, and you have unusual incidents. Something that sometimes everyday life, there will be that one day something triggered you, something really bad or something really good happened. Unusual incidents. Okay, so yeah, you can also reflect on that. Okay, so what might you reflect upon in your day-to-day life? Example, this will be some of the example. Sometimes people will say, my life is boring. I've been doing the same thing over and over again, like going to classes, ODL classes, Madam Faizamil class. So it's like 2 times in a week. So it's the same thing, yeah. And it's something boring to you, but you can still reflect on that. So what are you going to do about it? Takkan nak hidup selamanya macam ni. You can't be going through all of this boring routine for all of your life. And then you figure out, oh my goodness, what am I doing with my life? So you figure out, I need to do something about it. I need to have a mission. Okay, so mission you apa? So itulah. Okay, so mission, you set up the mission. You set up your goals in life. So that makes you a fulfilling person, a person who full with life, you know. Okay, so there you go. Example, I am always late for work. So what are you, towards the end, what are you going to do about it? That was a great holiday. So you analyze that holiday, and towards the end, you must have learned something about it. Yeah, for example, yeah, I love holiday, but then it requires a lot of time and money. But then again, this is what my aim is. Yeah, every 6 months, I'm going to go for a holiday. Therefore, I'm going to be determined to save money every month just to go for a holiday. Yeah, just to travel, for example. You know what? That has been our dream, my husband and I, because we wanted to travel so much. But imagine, when are you going to travel? You are obliged to your work every day. Hari-hari buat kerja, and the kids. This is the life that you're having. But you are not fulfilling the needs of your soul, you know. You might want to see other people's places, travel, backpack je ke pergi, and we are not going for backpacking. So we are thinking of having a caravan or things like this. So this would be goal, okay? So it gives you meaning towards your life. It gives you a goal that, okay, let's work hard and prepare ourselves for the later days. Okay, so there you go. I had a very productive weekend. You can reflect on that. I keep on running out of money before the end of the month. Sama kan? Okay, everyone would face that. Right, so let's take a look at this. Okay, for you to be able to reflect or to do reflection, you need a certain skills and attitude. If you do not have these skills and attitude, you won't be able to have a good reflection. So apa jadi dengan reflection? Reflection would be a fake one, or the reflection will be just on the surface. Okay, so let's take a look at the attitudes that you need. The first one will be being open and honest. If you're not being open and honest with yourself, you will just pick event yang nampak you baik je. Example, okay? It shows the good side of you only. So you're not actually being open and honest about it. Or maybe you want to reflect on something, but you choose a certain event only. That event tu memang reflect on the good things only. So that one, you're not being open and honest. Yeah, you're not telling people the truth. Okay, so it's like macam Instagram lah, kan? Nak masak, let's say you cook. Oh, my husband cook something nice for you. Okay, then kita show the final product. You know, if people got jealous, alah untungnya husband you masak untuk you. Example kan. Lepas tu kita tak tunjuk the other side of the picture. Tu gambar cantik je husband cook for you. You should take a picture of that dapur. Husband kalau masak, semua benda berterabur and they never clean up. Okay, memanglah cantik that food on the plate. Okay, and it tastes good. I would say it tastes good. My husband, he cooks really well. Tapi tak ambil gambar pun dapur yang selerak tu. And then why? Why do you choose that? Why do you choose just to show people the plate? But that dish, delicious dish that your husband cooked for you, because you don't want people to know that I'm the one who need to clean up all of this. So yang orang lain pun, walau untungnya husband baik macam tu, okay. So you're not actually being open and honest to yourself. You just pick certain things only. Okay, so the right attitude for reflection, you need to be open and honest to yourself. All right. So next one is willing to share and discuss your experience. Some people you're not willing to share. So if you're not willing to share, there's no point of that reflection, okay? Because you're not sharing, okay? Next one is being motivated to describe and analyze the experience. Some people, you have this one event, um, you don't feel like analysing and say, alah, benda biasa je. This thing happens every day. And eventually, yeah, there's a problem. Eventually, people will solve the problem themselves. So you do not have the motivation to actually tell the story and describe and analyze the situation. So again, there's no point of that reflection. You need to be motivated because you want to learn something. You want to show people that you are learning. Hold on. All right, so moving on, able to make an action plan. Okay, so able to make an action plan. Okay, so able to make an action plan whereby you once you have analyzed the situation, the next step is you need to figure out what you need to do to solve the problem, or what you need to do to avoid this from happening again. Example, okay, for let's say I give the example of beggar just now, okay? So your action plan will be, okay, next time when I go to 7-Eleven, I will keep some change to give it to these beggars. Example, okay? So you're being nice in that sense. Tapi ada tak? Is it possible? Let's say you do reflection. Buat reflection ni, you analyze the situation and then finally you figure out, alah, other people will give them money as well. Why should I give my money? And then towards the end, okay, I'm determined not to give them any money because they need to work on their own. That's the only way that they can learn. Example. So you reflected on the situation and it turns out to be you don't want to help them due to these reasons. You can. Okay, because that's how you think. Again, coming back to this, you should be honest. You should be open and honest. You should be honest to yourself. If you think that if we keep on giving them money, they won't be able to survive on their own. They won't be able to 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 be a successful person and get out of that comfort zone, because people keep giving them money, they won't do anything else. Okay, so you have that determination. I'm not going to give this. I'm just promoting them to be beggars for the rest of their lives. What about the children that they have? They will be begging as well, so I don't want that to happen. I'm not going to give them money. Example, that could happen also. Okay, does it mean that it could be positive or negative depending on how you think about it? Okay, so next one, willing to learn from experience and change things. Of course, you need to learn something about your experience and willing to change. If you're not willing to change, there's no point of reflecting. Okay, and lastly, able to make time for reflection. Of course, reflection itself, nampak je orang duduk termenung gitu kan, actually the person is thinking of something. Okay, kalau termenung tiba-tiba ngantuk tidur, you are not doing reflection, yeah? Itu you're just dozing off. Your mind is not thinking. If you're not thinking, memang ngantuk tidur lah. Okay, so that is not reflection. Make time for reflection. Okay, right. So let's take a look at this thinking process. Basically, you starts with you revisiting your experience. Kan macam kalau kita tengok movie kan, kind of revisit the experience. When you revisit the experience tu, mulalah kita backstory. So backstory ni adalah hitam putih macam tu kan. Tak payahlah hitam putih tu. Okay, so you revisit the experience. I'll give you one example. Let's say during SPM kan, so the first time you receive your SPM, ni kan science students kan, so science students of course lah, your results are really good, therefore kita fikir balik, so you revisit your experience. Okay, so everyone close your eyes, tak payah, I'm just kidding. So you just think of your SPM result. The moment you get your SPM results, and then go back, kita back story sikit, go back to the day of the first hari raya that you receive your SPM. Lepas SPM tu betul ada hari raya kan? That first hari raya. Okay, kita pergi ke hari raya tu. See the how much attention given to you at that time. Makcik, pakcik semua, congratulations, you are receiving all the good marks, you have all A's, wow. And then they giving you extra pocket money. Dah semua orang dapat RM10 ni, acik bagi ni 100 ni. So, see, they are giving you extra money. Kan, and not just one, semua pun bagi banyak. Okay, so it's like, you are collecting this money, you are receiving all of these good responses from your aunties and uncles. At one point, you are seeing your cousins, or comparing pula to your cousins. Tengok ni, how can this person can do all of this good job, getting all A's, and what about you? You compare kat situ pula. Okay, so you think about it on different perspectives. You put yourself in the place of that cousin. Apalah orang tu fikir kan, the cousin would feel sad. Some cousins, some people, they would see it differently. They take it things differently. They feel sad about it. Sedih ni orang compare dia punya result 1 A ke tak ada A. And then another group pula, cousin ni semua duk jeling-jeling, alah menyampah. See? So you can see these different attitudes and values that they have. So you analyze the situation. Okay, so you analyze the situation. Lepas tu you pula contoh, I don't think that you do this. I say you macam, banyaknya makcik ni bagi, kau dapat berapa? Kan? You don't really mean it, but you accidentally. And then when you go back home, you feel, okay, I shouldn't be doing that, You could have thought about it, that the auntie would have just given you the amount of money but not the rest, and this is part of your success for being able to get good results for SPM. So you think about that, and then you feel, okay, next time I shouldn't be doing that. So this is what the things that you are learning from your experience. Okay, so moving on. No, my birthday is going to be soon. Next is mine. Okay, right. So, look. No. Longer. 2 weeks time. Okay, right. So, looking back at something. Okay, so this is the steps for reflective writing. First, you need to look back at something. So, when you look back at something, look at your experience and the ideology that you have, and then you analyze that experience. By analyzing the experience, you need to look from a different perspective. Tadi tengok, happynya you dapat all this attention given to you, but you look at the different perspective. What about the others who do not have good results? Okay, so you explain the event or the idea. Okay, so this is what you do when you analyze. And next, you think carefully of the event. Yes, it's my work to do. Okay, and more personal than any academic writing. Thank you, Zaya. I love this book. Yeah. Okay, you open it. Okay, now, when we think about, go check. I think it's Lucas biting the kitten. Okay, now thinking carefully about what the event or the idea means to you. So in this case, if I may say this, reflective writing is the opposite of academic writing. When you write academic writing, you put in your opinion, you must have support from others' resources. But in reflective writing, you need to have that. You need to put in your opinions, and it's solely coming from you, from what you think, from what you feel. Okay? Right. So these are the processes, yeah. So you can take a look at this. You need to be spontaneous. You need to choose an event or experience that you can relate to, evaluate and analyze the experience, yeah. And lastly, oh, hold on, yeah. AFK. Yeah, that's my husband. Kan? Sikit. I rasa dia ni ADHD. Kan semalam I nak go lah eat first. He sibuk je. Okay, right. So, moving on. Okay, so you evaluate and analyze the experience, okay? And lastly, you write down your ideas, the ideas that comes to you and put in your thoughts on the paper. Okay, now, untuk reflective log, for your reflective log assignment 5%, okay, usually kan, go back to this, usually I would give students ni practice round tau. Kita ada practice round tapi disebabkan tak sempat because we don't have time. We are rushing for CSR project. Lepas CSR tu you kena hantar you punya draft, EC, Evaluative Commentary Draft. After the Evaluative Commentary Draft, you need to hand in to me the reflective log. So we don't have time to do the apa? To do the practice round for reflective log. So sorry about this. Memang tak sempat nak buat reflective log yang practice round, okay? So usually during the practice round ni, I will ask students to watch a video. I bagi students watch a video. Ada satu one time tu, I suruh student tengok movie. Okay, sebab masa tu tengah rajin kan. So kita tengok movie, okay. Sebenarnya I nak tengok movie tu. Okay, but then that was like face to face ni. So kita tengok movie lah, kita tengok videos lah, what not. So we reflect on that. Okay, but this time around since we're doing it ODL kan, ada one time tu I just give them the video. So I give them the video, lepas tu dalam video tu ada team. Okay, so we have a certain team and they need to reflect on that. And they need to choose that team and reflecting on their own experience. Okay, kena reflect with their own experience and then reflect on the experiences that they have. And they need to write it within 200 words at that time. Yeah, but this time around we don't have that. Therefore, we are going to straight away to your reflective log essay. Okay, so this one is your assignment. Remember when I said that you need to reflect on this is very much related to CSR project kan. CSR tu kan making the video tu kan. So reflective log tu is you going back to that video. Okay, so you reflect on the process of you doing that video. Kita buat reflection on that project. Do you understand? Okay, so as in your reflective log, you need to have these 3 items. It's up to you whether you want to do it in one paragraph. Boleh? Kalau nak tulis dalam satu paragraph, introduction, body and conclusion in one paragraph only, you can. As long as it's in 250 words. If you want the reflective log to be more organized, you can put it in different items like this. Introduction, body paragraph and conclusion. Pun boleh juga. Okay, so it's up to you on how you want to do it. So take a look at this introduction. It's what is it about? Why is it important to analyze it? How will it be developed, or the definition or the reflective models? I'm going to teach you what kind of models that we are using. Kita pakai Driscoll 2000. Driscoll 2000 ni nama model tu lah. Okay, the person who created the model tu nama dia Driscoll. So we are going to use Driscoll 2000 punya model. Okay, so body paragraphs, you need to have the description of the event, the evaluation of the event. This is the time where you analyze it. Yeah, so you analyze the event, talk about the cause and effect, the compare and contrast. Okay, so lastly, you have the conclusion whereby you provide a summary to the issues explored. Kalau tak nak buat summary pun tak apa sebenarnya, no need that summary sebab ini 250 words je. Okay, so save that conclusion for the suggestions of an appropriate course. Yang ni penting kena ada. Okay, so towards the end you say what have you learned and what will you do in the future. Okay. Alright, so ni lah kita panggil underscore model. So we have model of structured reflection. Yeah, so we have what for the intro, so what for the body paragraph, and now what for the conclusion. So what, now what? What, so what, now what? What, so what, now what? Okay. Macam twisted lah. Okay. Right. So what is the purpose of returning to this situation? Kenapa you fikir balik about this SPM example, okay? What is the significant thing that happened? So the significant, you do not, can you go back to this SPM results and then it was the first day Hari Raya. Kita tak cerita the first Hari Raya after you receive your SPM example. Why do you return to this? And then you talk about the significant things that happen. Tak payahlah cerita ada banyak kuih-muih di atas meja. Sedapnya makcik ni masak lontong. Ada lemang. No need. Okay, we don't need to know that. You need to have the significant things only. So the significant things that happen is you are receiving the attention from your relatives. You've been given extra pocket money, extra Hari Raya money compared to the other cousins. So itu
Okay.
Yes.
Like the kuih muih bit, right? Like the kuih muih bit, we cannot insert even a little bit macam.
No. Buang masa je because we don't want any of that. Suka pula dia kuih muih. No need I know it's good, but no. I don't want to know anything about the kuih muih because we are talking about the significant things that happen only. Okay, yang significant, yang penting je. So yang penting tu, itulah cerita yang berkaitan tadi, which is the amount of attention that you receive from your relatives, duit raya banyak. Kan kita memanglah sebut dapat duit raya, tapi what is the significant of it? The significant of it is you get more than your cousin who do not get good results. Sebab tu significant, sebab tu benda tu penting. You need to tell people that you're receiving a lot of money. Okay? So yeah, tak payah tulis sikit pun tak payah. Okay? Satu line pun tak payah kuih muih tu. Okay? Unless nak cakap significant ni kuih muih ni, you cerita pasal makcik-makcik ni prepare kuih muih ni, yang ni untuk orang dapat SPM straight A's je. Yang tu cerita lain lah kan. Korang tak payah. Yang ni kuih, it's still about kuih, but the significant of the things that has happened is the kuih, especially for you because you get good result. That one is different. Can you differentiate that? Kalau you cerita banyak ni kuih-muih di atas meja, yang tu tak kira Kalau macam kuih ni hanya untuk ni je. Kalau kuih ni hanya untuk gini je, yang tu significant because it gives an impact towards your story just now. Even your makcik is giving you special kuih and the others did not get to taste that kuih. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so and you need to see what did I see or do about that. What is your reaction? What other people do in that situation? Tadilah ada orang jeling-jeling lah, ada orang sedih je, membawa diri di celah curtain. Sorry, dah mengarut. Okay, so you set the scene when it comes to what. And the next one is so what? What is the analysis part? Okay, so the analysis part ni and the body paragraph lah. How did I feel about it? How did this compare with other people's feeling? So this is the time when you analyze the situation. Yeah, you put yourself in other people's shoes. So do I still feel the same? I say you put your situation dia actually, alah nak sedih apa, sepatilah kan. You are the one who do not study. konon lah kata orang belagak sikit. Okay, so there you go, you can read all of this. What were the effects of my action? Okay, what are the positive? Oh my goodness, can you see that? He cannot open the phone because he's holding the snack. You can just put down the snack and open it. Whoa, you just put it like that. See, I told you, it's not going to spill any. Don't push it. There you go. Go Allah. Bye. Sorry, yeah. Okay. He's 3 years old. Cakap banyak sangat. Okay, right. Okay. What are the positive effects? The positive aspect, yeah? The positive aspect. Like you said, this one is actually different, yeah, from everyone. So it depends on how, because this is subjective. It depends on how you feel about that situation. Okay, so there you go. This is all about so what, which is you are analyzing the situation. Okay, so now what? Yani you modify future outcomes. Okay, so now what? Now what? Okay, kita dah analyze semua, and now what? So you must have learned something about it. In the future, what are you going to do? You are modifying the future outcomes. So next time when this thing happen again, let's say dapat pula degree dapat pula D-list. Lepas tu ada pula lagi, compare pula lagi the makcik and aunties. But this time around, terima kasih lah Acik Auntie, and then you just leave them in a nice way and then go straight away to your cousins. Jom makan. You are asking your cousin this time around because you feel that, okay, this is not right. Okay, and next time in the future you determine yourself, say, okay, next time I'm going to change the situation. I need to take care of my cousin's feelings as well. So next time, katalah you have a lot of money, jom belanja makan. Let's go out and talk about it. Talk about something else. Don't talk about, kau kena belajar. Tak nak. People don't want to listen to that. They know already that they need to study, but there must be, we don't know what happened to them. Okay, so if you want to get to know them, just talk about something. Okay, so talk about that instead. Ajak diorang makan and things like this. So this is you trying to modify the future outcomes. Okay, so based on your experience, you analyze the situation and you feel that, okay, I've done wrong. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be just focusing on the good responses that I receive. I need to go to my cousins and comfort them in a way. Okay, in a way that I can. So there you go. Now what is what you are going to do, in the next picture. So these will be some of the examples here. The reflective log example, so what, and now what, you can read this on your own. Okay, so example of your reflective log tu kena jadi macam ni lah. And this one is ni yang macam I ask the students to watch a movie, I ask the students to watch video, so the responses can be like this. But for you, because you are doing this, you are responding towards the project, CSR project, so akan jadi macam mana? Jadi like this. For example, I'm just giving you an example. Let's say you're the group leader. You're the group leader and then you mention lah, okay, we have to do this CSR project, and in this project, I'm the group leader. I have delegated the task to everyone a week before. Seminggu sebelum tu dah delegate the task, and then I keep on follow up with your group members, and I've told them to submit the video on Friday. All 3 of them, kan you ada 5 in a group, all 3 of them have submitted on time except for 1. Ni yang satu ada masalah tu. So you said one person did not submit the video and we got into a fight. Because you quarrel lah, you marah this person. Why didn't you submit? Everyone else has submitted their videos. Why can't you? And then you have a fight, and then you started to have problems, and then 2 days after that, let's say, 2 days after that, the person gave you the video that you requested. So finally, giving the video, and then you feel bad about yourself because the video was an excellent video. She was taking so much time and effort to put in the video before giving it to you. Compared to the 3 others, dia ambil video yang cincai-cincai and give it to you, but not this person. This person was actually putting so much effort to give you a good video whereby not much editing is needed. And then you get to know from your other friends, biasalah cerita drama kan, orang lain yang cerita, you get to know the real story from other people and not from the person itself, you know. And then you get to know from the other people that she's actually having a problem, okay? She's actually having problems with the family and whatnot, but then she still wanted to give the best to the group. How bad would you feel at that time, kan? So this is what, and then so what, you analyze the situation. I feel ashamed that I have done so. I shouted at the person and saying things that I shouldn't be saying, example, yeah, and she was crying. I just ignore that because she's just, to me, it's like that is fake. You didn't know that what is the person is going around or is going on in the person's life at that time, and then you kept thinking about it. Yeah, when you get to know that the person is having problem but still trying her best to give you the best video, you feel bad about that. Yeah, and then you analyze that feeling, put in your feeling, okay? And then towards the end, you figure out, okay, what have you learned from this? So you learn that to be a good leader, I need to be able to justify the situation as justice as possible. I need to give time to my group mates and allow them to share their feelings first. Example, okay. So to you, what you learn is to be a good leader, you need to be able to be a good listener. That is what you learn. So next time, if I were given a chance again to be a group leader, I will definitely get engaged to each of the group members and see if they have any problems. Okay? Macam tu lah. There you go. Summarize. What have you learned today? So you have learned about reflective log. Reflective log, a log itself is different from reflective. Yeah. So a log is just putting it in a chronological part, yeah, in a chronological way. But reflecting on it is you are putting your own feelings, yeah, and what you have learned. You analyze the situation and what you have learned from it. So those are important. Okay, so there you go. You have some practices here. Nak buat, tak nak buat pun tak apa. Tak payah buat sebenarnya. Okay, but still, I know you're science students. I have to say this. I know you wanted to do extra practices. Go ahead. You may. Okay, so thank you. That's all. Any questions before I proceed? Tak ada question eh? Am I still in Google Meet?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, dah cepat-cepat. Okay. So, tadi tu reflective log and this one is the checklist. I dah share this checklist. Checklist ni you don't have to submit to me, but the checklist is going to be needed for your evaluative commentary. Ini checklist for the draft. Tau, bukan checklist final. Checklist final nanti I share with you. Ni baru draft. Checklist for draft. Check your title here. Check your introduction. Ada hook ke tak? Ada author stone ke tak? Ada thesis statement ke tak? Or is it clear? Does it present the whole central ideas? If it doesn't, then rephrase your thesis statement, make it clear. Okay, so make sure you have this checklist and also this body paragraph, tengok apa yang ada in body paragraph, the conclusion, and ni tengok ni content. Dalam content ni, in the content, make sure that you have this citation, correct citations, references, bibliography and whatnot. Okay. Ni citation style ni, style apa kita pakai? What citation style that we are using?
APA.
Yes, thank you. APA. Yes, correct. It's APA style. Okay. Right, saja je tanya. Okay, right. Yes.
Madam punya screen stuck ke?
Tak ada. Oh, stuck ke? Tapi ada memang kat sini je.
Oh yeah.
The slide memang. Dia tak stuck. Memang I kat situ je. Okay?
No, I mean Madam tengah buka slide ke?
Tak, I tengah buka my checklist. Nampak tak checklist ni?
Tak.
Nampak, madam. Okay, baru nampak.
Oh nampak.
Baru nampak.
Oh lah, patutlah. Oh okay, ni lah checklist dia. Okay, I naik balik Nampak tak? Ni lah yang cakap tadi. So ni lah kita panggil checklist. Okay? So nanti check je checklist ni. Checklist ni you don't need to submit to me. It's for your own reference. Okay? So checklist ni semua orang kena ada. And then when you read your your draft later, everyone need to tick. Okay? Nanti you compare. And then you can say that everyone tak tick pun yang example thesis statement ni. Everyone thinks that your thesis statement is not strong enough, then create another one or restructure another thesis statement. Okay? Alright, that's it. Actually, we are done. Okay, any questions? Okay, again, please remember that on Friday tu nak tahu dah your updates. Okay, I need to know your updates on CSRB project. Okay, tapi updates tu yang macam dah siap lah konon. You said that you are in the midst of editing je. Okay, alright, any questions? Any questions? Ada question tak? No questions, and we can end the class today. Thank you so much everyone. Ni S33, S34 What date is today? 10th of February. This is for your attendance. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much everyone. Any questions? Tak ada questions? Bye-bye.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Have a good